Yeah, I kind of forgot to start recording. I'm so sorry, everyone. We
Oh,
just
fuck.
started recording. First big mistake. We're recording now, So episode 1 of the
Okay.
podcast is recording now.
Yeah. Introduce yourself again then.
We're we're starting over. Redo. Hey,
Yeah.
Stunt. Thanks for the follow. Did the alert
Hey,
box
Stan,
not work?
thanks for the follow.
Oh shit, the alert box didn't work. Hold on. Damn it, Stunt. You should unfollow and follow again. That way you can see the alert box. Okay, anyways, my bad. So we're going back to the introduction since I forgot to start recording. So
Yeah.
I'm HaoshokuLou. You can just call me Lou if you like. I stream on Twitch every day. I don't stream as much as I used to, but I'm still, I try to stay as consistent as possible. I talk about anime, manga on there sometimes, but most time I'm, doing gaming and different things like that. Um, that's pretty much it with me. I do plan on switching over to YouTube eventually, doing like gaming on YouTube as well. But right now, I'm primarily on Twitch, and I'm also a co-host in this podcast. Fiend.
Yeah, and I'm Anime Unhinged. Sorry, fuck. Okay, I'm the Anime Fiend, and I do mostly anime YouTube stuff. All the discussion, few theory videos, but mostly discussion and chapter reviews on One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, Kingdom, and a few more.
And we also have another co-host. He's not with us today, but we hope to get him in
Yeah,
here as soon as possible. He's been real busy lately, I think. Um,
yeah,
he's the lurking legend himself. Heykelvinsays. He doesn't really
yeah,
do YouTube or Twitch at all, but he does have a Twitter if you'd like to go follow him on there. It's at
yeah,
HeyKelvinSays. We'll have all the ways to get in touch with us, like the Discords, the Twitters, and things like that, on YouTube
yeah. Everything
afterwards.
would be in YouTube description.
Yes, because we're going to be uploading this to YouTube after we're done going live here. So don't worry if you
Yeah,
miss it on Twitch when it's live. It will be on YouTube afterwards. So do not worry.
yeah.
Um, with all that said, I think we're ready to jump into the actual, discussion portion, talking about what you all came here to talk about, anime. So,
Yep.
starting it off, we're gonna go in order of the pictures on the right hand side, as you can see. We're gonna start off with Kaiju no 8.
No, I mean,
No, 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 but I
let
want to
let's
start off with
start with
Kaiju.
the no, no. Let's start with the big one so that people don't run off right
Fine,
at the
fine,
beginning.
fine. But Kaiju, man. What is the deal with airplane food? It's great if you get first class.
Wait, what?
he, he was like, "What's the deal with airplane food?" I said, "It's great if you get first class." Fine, we'll start with One Piece, man, but I want to start with Jujutsu Kaisen and Kaiju, but beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, exactly.
So with One Piece, the big discussion here is this fight was insane. The fight has officially started to pick up. We see everyone going
Yep.
crazy. Everyone's using these, insane. We see Killer using the what's it called? I think in the official it was what Scytho Sonic,
Mm.
which is still a really cool name for an attack. Still really cool.
Yeah, same stuff.
Yeah. We see Law using the Gamma Knife on Kaido. Really cool
Yeah.
panel. The way it starts off though was insane. We see Luffy, uppercut Kaido pretty much
Yeah.
into Kid. Like he hits Kaido, Kid's there to catch Kaido and slam him into the ground. Great,
Yeah, it's
great
like
scene.
a tag team maneuver.
Exactly. Real quick question: how's the audio? Does the audio need to be like lowered, raised? How does the audio sound?
Stunt.
Because I'm not really sure. I don't want the audio to be terrible.
Perfect. Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Alright.
Well, good. But yeah, no, straight into the tag team combination. The uppercut into the slam, and then
Yeah.
we get Zoro sitting there. So should we talk about like the nonchalant? Well, we're kind of jumping around in the chapter some. I'm pretty much talking about the best moments. So before the whole fight even began, we had like Kaido send out these wind scythes.
Yeah.
Um,
And I mean, I want to talk about one thing about this wind sides, right? Like the same wind side that fucked up the scabbards, the same wind side that, cut off Keiko's sword and her arm. Zoro just like brushed it off, like, get the fuck out of here.
like who do you think you are? It's nothing to
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
And then you get like Luffy dodging it crazily. Like Luffy's running at Kaido dodging them. You have the scabbards all
Yeah,
jumping out of the way, trying to get away.
yeah,
You got like Luffy, Kid, Killer, Law, all of them's just pretty much running up at Kaido while dodging the wind
yeah,
side. Beautiful scene, beautiful scene. You got Zoro just pushing them aside, and then that's a cool moment from Zoro. But the best moment from Zoro in the chapter was none other than his, what was it called? It's Dragon Blaze attack.
yeah, yeah,
Oh my gosh, that attack was crazy. And the official kind of changed because in these scanlations, a lot of people were saying, because it said, oh, it senses Odin's aura. Like people's
mm,
like, oh, it's Odin's hockey. Well, the official has now, stated it's not his hockey, it's his presence. You know.
yeah. I mean, even in the unofficial, like most people understood, it's basically like his essence, his spirit.
Yeah,
Like
but people had
he
agendas to
feels.
push.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. People just half of the people didn't want Zoro to have any accomplishment. Half of them wanted to show Kaido was trash. Half of them wanted to show Odin is this like supreme god. He could like and half of the people, of course, the Shanks fans. How can we forget those?
You had to call the shank fins out. Okay. Um, there's just a lot of different things that happened with the whole um that whole agenda pushing thing. But
Exactly.
still, you had Big Mom saying, "Watch out," to Kaido. She was still like, "Hey, be careful," That's it.
Exactly.
That's strong. And but I like it too because in the official, she doesn't say you underestimated him. She says we underestimated them, talking
Yeah.
about everyone, which I like because it's not just because it gives credit to everyone. Like I said, I feel like, and I was right because I said that yesterday. I said, didn't she say we underestimated them? And they was like, no, she said him. Well, I was right. I predicted she said them. Okay. Because we talked about it yesterday. So I don't like everyone out there saying kid's not doing anything, kid's weak, how does kid do this damage? Quick questioning, okay? Well, okay,
Mhm.
question, but it's gonna be explained. We're gonna find out why he's able to damage Kaido.
No, I mean, I don't think Oda is gonna come out and say like, "Oh, why? How exactly that slam damaged him?"
No,
Right?
I
I
don't think it's
think
gonna be
it's
that,
like,
but we're gonna see him do something. Like
yeah,
we're gonna see him do something.
I
We're like,
think
okay,
everybody is just starting, and everybody just they're showing like they're testing the waters, right? They're just what works, what doesn't work. They're just looking at it, right? So slowly, of course, they're gonna show their powerful attacks and stuff, right? Because I mean, yeah, you could say like, oh, how does the slam work? But I think slowly he's gonna show other stuff as well.
exactly. Um, no, no, man. The slam though, it's one of them things. It's like the slam damaging Kaido. Everyone's like, well, how did it damage him? I mean, you know, just damaged him. I really that's hard. It's hard to explain. Um,
Yeah,
What else we have in the chapter? Oh, Big Mom with her. What was the attack called? She had two different ones. She had Indra, which she used to take out Killua,
Yeah,
and then Killua had to get saved. Killua was saved by Luffy, and everyone's like, "Well, why didn't Kid
yeah.
save Killua?" I mean,
I mean,
Luffy
it's a
couldn't.
tag
Yeah,
battle.
I mean, it's pretty much everyone's moving at their own thing. Don't be like,
Exactly.
"Well, one
Luffy was
wasn't Kid
closer.
there." Yeah, it could be like that's exactly it. Luffy was closer. Um,
Yeah.
another one was with not after that, you had Zoro, Zoro and Law. Zoro cuts the flame, goes into the Dragon Blaze. She uses what's the attack she uses on Zoro, Killer, and Law? It's
Yeah, it's a rising Tengen or something like that.
yeah, it was like she pretty much sent out a bunch of electricity, like
Yeah,
homing. It tracked people. It was Zeus is in though tracking people down.
yeah.
Actually,
I
a
mean,
really
it's
cool
like
attack.
these lightning bolts had the soul as well, so they just pretty much went to them.
Exactly. And then of course Luffy being made of rubber, he's like, "Oh, that doesn't affect me at all."
Yeah. And Big Mom, she was shocked when he said, like, I'm gonna, get you.
And then you get Kaido with the bull breath. He's like, "Ah, this will do something." And then Luffy's still
Yeah.
standing there. He's like, "Wait a sec, flame doesn't affect him either." And Luffy's like, "No, no, it's just guts. It's guts."
And some people were mad about that as well. Some people were like, oh,
No, but
it's,
he's
like
damaged. You can
typical
tell
shonen.
Luffy's damaged. That damaged Luffy. Luffy's not taking Luffy's not able to get hit with like 15 bull breaths. I'd say about 5 bull breaths is probably gonna like be bad. Him taking that one bull breath was dumb because that weakened him. But I think he did it just so he could deal this damage.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, these people aren't gonna be standing there and telling them to, like, take free hits. It's like they have to make their way. So it's like, he had to take that hit in order to get close and, hit that damage.
And we've seen him do it before. We've seen Luffy do this exact same type of stuff where he takes the
Yeah.
opponent's hit just so he can do
Yeah.
damage back.
Yeah, and
Because
that's actually a smart thing because even like in real world, a lot of people like, fighters and stuff, like they risk taking the damage to, give you more damage, like get a direct hit in.
exactly, because sometimes if the opponent's really good at blocking or dodging, which Kaido has been showing, like Kaido's just been taking hits, but it's because he's prepared for them. With this, Luffy couldn't get a direct hit on Kaido, which he's got a couple, but he needed like a big time hit, you know. And I think that was the best opportunity for him to get that Gatling, the big hit on Kaido.
Yeah.
Um, let's think. You got anything else about One Piece, or transitioning into see I don't hmm
I mean, look, we could talk about
I'm trying to keep this as
what you
fluent as
think.
possible. um
Wait, what?
oh, I said I'm trying to keep like the like I want to keep the like One Piece thing, but I don't know where to go next with the One Piece. Oh wait, yes I do. Okay, so I got a question I wanted to ask because I wanted to like keep the One Piece thing to where it was like, we kept going, but then we kind of reached the end of the chapter. I was like, oh damn it, now what do we talk about? But I actually got a
Yeah.
question because it's kind of a question I had yesterday. So, do you think we'll get any vice captain? Because we've seen a couple. Zoro's been doing like these crazy moments, showing himself as a vice captain. Do you think we'll get any big vice captain moments to like where it's like just Zoro and Killer, pretty much showing what they have
Yeah.
as vice captains and what they
Yeah,
have?
definitely. I think will definitely have a big moment to show like these vice captains aren't like just here because their captains are awesome. They're here because they are awesome as well.
Do you think this would be a good
So
moment for people to be like, when they see the vice captains show out, they can be like, okay, we underestimated these people. You know, this
yeah,
we
definitely.
wasn't
I mean,
expecting them to be this strong. And then people, because a lot of people, they're like, oh, Zoro. We heard their talk. People's like Zoro and Killer should not be up there, or if Zoro's up there,
yeah,
Sanji needs to be up there, or Zoro's up there. These people need to be. It's like, look, he's a vice captain. These are the supernova. Him and Killer were the only vice captains to be supernovas. You know, they're the
yeah. I
only two.
mean, no, I think them being supernovas and being just vice captains also, is causing these people to underestimating them, right? Because everybody until now have been keeping like keeping Killer at the bottom of the supernova. Like whenever you look at any like supernova ranking, everybody will say like, maybe Killer is stronger than Bonnie and Capone, but probably not anybody else. Like they always keep Killer there because he's just a vice captain and he's not a captain, right? And I think you know they're all gonna be proven wrong.
Hey, I was proven wrong. I always kept Killer around like 8 or 9. I put him at the bottom
Yeah,
list of the supernova.
yeah. I
And
mean, I
I
I
was
always
proven wrong.
thought he
Like
was,
I
you know,
started moving him higher during Wano. Um,
mm,
especially like when he started talking after the Apu stuff and the way Oda was showing him and Kid like they were gonna be the ones to go up to the roof and fight Kaido. I was like, okay, um, this is it. This is going to be the fight. Or he's gonna be in the final fight with Kid against Kaido. And I was like, okay,
yeah.
maybe I should reevaluate like how strong I think Killer is. And Killer's been showing himself a lot up on that roof.
I agree. I mean, I always like I thought these people were underestimating kid pirates. I think, they're like, I'm not gonna say they're as strong as Straw Hats because I don't think they are, but I think kid pirates are special. Like, I don't think it's just like, other supernova where the captains are good, but then when we look at the, crews, they're pretty garbage. Like, look at Capone, look at Law, and Hawkins. Hawkins looks like he keeps on changing his crewmates because he keeps using their lives. So
He keeps killing them
it's
off.
yeah, exactly. So it's like their crewmates. I don't know about that, but like kid pirates, I'm not gonna say they're we're gonna get a lot from kid pirates, but I'm pretty sure at least, like Heat, Wire, these people are like strong.
Yeah, see, I used to think, kind of like what you were saying about how, Kid Powers so trash. I used to think Kid was the best out of the Kid Powers. I thought Killer was good, but I always, was like, Killer's good, but he's below, I used to think Killer may even be weaker than Sanji. I was like, Killer's around Sanji. You know, it's how I always put it. I was like, you got Kid, and then Killer's like way downhill. Like Killer's around Sanji maybe even lower. And then now I'm like, dude, I feel bad. I feel bad for underestimating the Kid Palette so much. Like I wouldn't underestimate Kid, but I'd underestimate his crew by a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was the majority, right? Like, even now, I don't think a lot of people still respect Kid Pirates or at least Killer, right? I mean, even now, people are making videos about Kid being trash. So, Yeah, I think they're gonna be proven wrong. What, your dog?
Oh no. Okay, let me think.
Okay, so let's talk about One Piece towards the end.
Okay,
So
so
for now,
then quick
let's
question.
transition to Jujutsu.
Well, I was about to say no, cause I don't want to just like transition. I'd want it to be shoot.
I mean, look, if
So what about this? Like, how do you think about the Kaiju no 8 chapter?
yeah, ask me.
How do you think? What do you think about the Kaiju no 8 chapter?
Are you unmuted?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, sure. I mean, look,
You're
we
good.
don't
You're
have
good.
to look
This
that
is.
professional.
I'm
It's
trying to
fine.
look as professional as possible, man.
No,
I
no,
feel
it's fine. It's fine.
more
Okay, so
news.
Kaiju number eight. I think this arc, it's gonna be awesome, and I think this arc, because there are like these many big monsters, I think everybody would have a chance to shine finally.
I agree, because like I said, when I counted, there was at least 30.
Yeah,
There was at least 30. If we're taking into account every single one of those meteor things were the kaiju, there's at
yeah,
least 30 kaiju all around 6 point, what she say, like 6.2, 6.3.
yeah,
And that giant lizard we saw in the beginning, he was
yeah. In
only
the
a
beginning,
6.
yeah.
And
So yeah,
so these
all these
kaiju,
are super crazy.
yeah, so these kaiju that we're seeing, or Hanju that they say, they're at a 6.3, and each one of them are like wyvern type kaiju. And from what we heard from Kafka, most
Yeah,
wyvern type kaiju, they don't travel in packs. They travel,
yeah,
individually. So they're being controlled. And then, of course, at the end,
yeah. I mean, most of these big monsters, they travel alone, right? Because they're
yeah.
like the alpha monsters. They're like leader of their own pack and stuff. So
Well, not just
all
that.
of these coming together.
They travel alone, yes, mostly. Sometimes they travel
Yeah,
together, but mostly they travel alone. But the
yeah,
wyverns are like rare, apparently. Like, what? There was only like 10 sightings a year, maybe
yeah,
less.
yeah,
That's insane. So this is going to be interesting because I want to see what these wyvern kaiju have to offer, and I also
yeah.
want to see what
I
this
mean,
new villain is up to.
exactly. I mean, I want to see a good fight between Wise Commander and these like the villain and these Y1 monsters, and I hope that we get like different fights. Like I want to see everybody else shine as well.
I do too. I'm ready to see
Yeah,
Ichikawa. I
and
can't
that
remember.
girl.
I can't remember everyone's name. I mainly
Yeah, me
remember
neither.
Kafka,
I was
Ichikawa.
actually gonna say Wise Commander, and then I was gonna name a few. Then I realized that I don't remember anyone's name,
I don't
so I
either.
just said everyone.
Like I want to see Kafka, Ichikawa, of course. Vice
Yeah,
Commander. Ah, shoot.
yeah,
What's that? The redhead dude that was with Ichikawa. Remember him? I don't remember his name, but I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
see
The
him
shark teeth dude.
get. Yeah, I want to see him get some shine. The
Yeah,
blonde head girl, that's pretty young.
yeah,
I want to see her do some shit.
yeah, yeah. Everyone.
It's
All
just
of
gonna
the
be
new
interesting.
students and stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
excited for where this new arc's going because they're attacking
yeah,
the defense forces main base. You
yeah.
know,
Directly.
it's not one of them. I wasn't expecting this. I was like, oh, this is interesting. All of a sudden, it's like, oh shit, And this was the beginning of the new arc. It literally was like episode 3. I like how they're doing that too. They're not saying like the arcs. They're not saying, oh. I like how they say like each arc's an episode. You know, which I find
Mm, yeah.
interesting. It's like episode 3, and then it's like, oh shit, I was like, this is not what I was expecting. Like the previous chapter, when I saw those Wyvern people flying, I wasn't expecting them to pull up on the main base. I thought they was gonna attack some city, and then this chapter they pull up on the main base, and it's like, damn, shit's about to go down.
Yep.
And what about Jujutsu Kaisen? Okay, now we got, confirmation. Okatsu is back. This is insane. If you haven't
Yeah, I
read
mean,
the prequel was beautiful because Okatsu was the main character in the prequel. So you get to see him with Rika, and Rika is a special. Like Rika's insane, and Okatsu is beautiful. He fought Geto when he was a
yeah,
force teal, and pretty much was holding his own against Geto.
yeah. And I mean, I wanted to ask this, right? Like, Rika, like, he calls uh, the kid in the latest chapter Rika as well. So is she the
No,
same
no,
or
no.
is
He
she?
wasn't talking about the kid. Rika is a special grade course that lives with him.
Ah,
So when he said Rika,
okay,
he was
okay.
talking about the course because you see he stabs the creature and then the creature just disappears and you see the blood on the wall. That was Rika.
Hmm.
So
Oh, that wasn't him?
he's talking to to the course to Rika, who it doesn't show because if you didn't read the prequel you wouldn't know. So they're not trying to show you Rika in Jujutsu Kaisen because Rika's probably changed since the prequel.
Okay, okay.
So
Then, yeah, I'll
yeah,
have to read the prequel.
you've got
I
to read the
keep forgetting. I
prequel.
wanted to read it, but I keep forgetting.
The prequel's good. And when I first read this, I was like, okay, this chapter is good. I was like, why is this? Because when I was reading the fourth, I was like, this is heavily dialogue based, because in the beginning it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna have to reveal courses, to the world, oh, maybe we should talk about moving the capital from Tokyo to what was the name of that place? To some other
Yeah,
place.
some other
And
place,
it was just
whatever.
pretty
Yeah.
much like heavily dialogue based. And I'm reading, I'm like, is this even important? I'm like, yes, it's important, but it's talking about like how they're gonna deal
Yeah.
with the courses. Do they reveal the courses to the world? Do they tell the world like the courses only originate in Japan? Do they only stay in Japan? You know, pretty much they're trying to figure out
I
how to
was
use.
waiting for you to get to the point where, Okotsu is because, yes, I didn't read the prequel, but I still knew that this dude was insane. Like,
No,
everybody on the internet, they were waiting for this
well,
dude.
not just that. We was waiting, like, cause it mentions him early on in the show, like early on in the
Yeah,
series. They're like,
yeah,
oh yeah, there's a second year Akotsu who's really strong. They mention him. Even what's his name? The strong dude, that does the clap teleportation thing. I forgot his name.
yeah, yeah, total.
Yeah, Toto. He even mentions Okatsu. So all these people are
Yeah,
mentioning him, and we don't know where he is. And they're like, yeah, he went overseas. So everybody was waiting for him to come back. And then now he's
yeah,
finally back. But they're pretty much figuring out damage control, and then it shows Okatsu comes, and then we see Okatsu. He pretty much comes and he's talking to the people that are over the what directors. They're the like spirit. They're pretty much the people in charge. They're like
yeah, yeah.
the
The head
jujitsu
dudes.
sorcerer, like the council of jujitsu sorcerers or something.
Yeah,
I don't know their name. They're a bunch of pussies. Um,
yeah. Mm.
they're pretty much
Yeah,
talking to
they look
him.
like this old evil
Yeah,
dudes.
they look like Donzo from Nord.
Yeah, exactly.
But so he's talking to him. They're like, "Oh, so you completed your mission?" So he was overseas because they sent him overseas as a mission. He says, "So can y'all trust me now?" And he's like, "They
Yeah,
said, yeah, we can." And he says, "Okay." He says, "I'm going." And pretty much, I love the part where it's like, right after that, it starts saying one, Ghetto. They pretty much said Ghetto is still alive. They confirmed he's alive. Like Ghetto is still alive, and he's wanted. Like he's pretty much I can't speak. Sentenced to death again. They want him
yeah.
dead. And then it says number 2, Satoru Gojo has been deemed an accomplice. Okay, they said he's an accomplice for the um oh shit, what is it?
Shibuya
Shibuya,
incident.
yeah, Shibuya incident. And they want him. They exiled him. He's permanently exiled. Cannot come back to the like jujitsu stuff. And if you, he can't come back to the jujitsu world. And if you unseal him, if you remove his seal, like get him out of the box, you are
Yeah.
considered a criminal. That's a criminal act, and you're immediately, wanted, put to death, things like that. They don't like it. And then third, the principal of Jujutsu High, I think is the name. What's the
Yaga.
principal of Jujutsu High, um,
Yaga.
Masamichi
Yaga.
Yaga.
Yeah.
He is sentenced to death for
Yep.
inciting Gojo and causing the Shibuya incident. They're pretty much putting the blame on these people. They put the blame on Gojo, the principal of Jujutsu High, and then now Yuji Itadori.
Yep.
Yuji Itadori is wanted for death. He was already going to receive the death penalty, but now they're like, okay, it's no longer suspended. He is going to die. They want him dead now, immediately.
Yep.
And last, Yuta Okatsu is the one they chose to kill Yuji Itadori. This is insane. Nothing major. Like, this was one of those chapters, it wasn't action packed like it has been, but
Yeah.
this chapter was beautiful. When I read this stuff, I got so hype for what's to come because I loved Yuta. Okay, I loved Yuta Okatsu from the prequel, and now seeing
Yeah.
him in the actual series, and he's now supposed to kill Yuji Itadori. It's fucking insane.
I mean, I'm pretty excited, right? I mean, all I ever said, like, even in my videos, even like to you guys, like, the only thing I want from Jujutsu, I mean, it's pretty good, right? But the only problem I had was like, we only saw these main characters do something.
Yeah.
Like the other side characters, they don't do much. Like I was pretty disappointed with that old Zenin dude. He didn't do shit.
Because I feel like a lot of them would just see the old Zenin dude. I didn't like him, but the ones who did do stuff, like the enemies, did a lot of stuff. The enemies always looked
No, no,
good.
enemies,
Um.
of course. I'm talking about like the good
Oh no,
guys.
yeah. Like the good guys really didn't do much. Like during that tournament arc thing, where it was like Toto and all them. Panda and them looked
Yeah,
good. Um. But then now with Okotsu back in the story, because Okotsu was the main dude in the prequel
yeah,
and everything, so you get to see like Okotsu, Panda, um, the dude with the voice, I can't remember his name.
yeah, whatever.
Uh,
Joaquin.
Inumaki. So
Yeah,
Inumaki, he did a lot in the prequel. All these people did a lot in the prequel, and I feel like now we're gonna get to see the second years do more
yeah.
again, because we got Okotsu back, and I feel, man, because Panda doesn't like Itadori anymore. Panda
Why?
does not like Yuji, because remember in like the Shibuya incident arc, like a few chapters ago, Panda was like, um, pretty much the dude with the sword. I don't know his name. Oh, he never really did much fighting during the Shibuya incident arc. Like he pulled up there, um, at the very end and fought Ghetto, and then pretty much gets beat almost instantly. I don't. The second year's teacher though, like he was like, oh, we should
No,
kill
but Panda,
Itadori.
I don't think he wanted to kill
No,
Itadori.
because he said pretty much it was like the dude was like, we should, get rid of Itadori, because of Sukuno, and Panda was like, I think we should as well now. You know. Panda pretty much kind of
No, did
agreed
he
with him.
say that?
I'm pretty sure. I'd have to go back and look. I
Yeah,
think he
because
did.
I don't think so.
Almost positive he did. Yeah, because he was like Kusakabe. He said it was Sukuno. He said like Yuji should get the death penalty.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, Kusakabe said that, but I don't think Panda did as well.
Okay, I thought Panda agreed with him.
No, no.
Okay, so then never mind. That's my bad. I thought it was kind of an agreement. So we might
Yeah.
get Panda in like the second years. Panda, um, Inumaki, and like what's her name? What's that
Yeah.
other girl's name? You know who I'm talking about though.
Uh, yeah, yeah, I know.
The one who can't really.
Maki.
Yeah, Maki. We might get those three helping Itadori again, like helping keep Itadori safe, and that could be
Yeah.
like that
I
would be
mean, even
interesting.
Yaga could do that because Yaga is sentenced to death as well, right?
Yeah, I think all of them is now gone into hiding. You
Yeah.
know,
I hope they're hiding.
I want to
But
see
I mean,
Gojo come back. I want them to someone to free Gojo.
yeah, and the thing is like I'm okay, I thought they were hiding, but then how would Okotsu know that, the Ichikawa's hand is gone?
No, I don't think the second years are hiding. I think the principal, Gojo, and um
No, Gojo
Itadori.
is with Geto.
No, I'm saying like Gojo's in the prison. He's gone.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Gojo. Gojo, I think he is. I think they got him and they put a seal on him. I think the school got Gojo back and they sealed him up.
Wait, you think they got Gojo back?
I think they maybe had the box, but they're sealing it up to where no one can like. They're hiding it.
No, but wasn't it with Geto?
It was, but I was saying like maybe they got it back. I don't know. I
I
really have
mean,
no
how?
idea. I don't know. I was just saying they could have, because the way they make it sound, they're like, if you release the seal, it's a criminal act. Well,
No, I think it's pretty much what they said is like leave him to
leave him in
whatever
the
he's
box.
doing,
Leave
right?
him.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, leave him in the box. Even if you like get the box back, don't open it. I think
Okay.
that's what they were saying.
But no, I think like the principal. I think Itadori
Mm,
is 100% in hiding, and I think the principal is going to be.
mm,
We might get the next chapter could be like I think they're at the school, they're at the high school. I think the next chapter might be everyone pulling up to the high school to arrest and kill the principal
mm.
and Itadori, and we could get like Itadori, Fugu. What's his
Who?
name? The other one. You got
Megumi.
Megumi, but what's his last name? I was trying to say his last name.
Fushigoro.
Fushiguro. Okay, I knew it started with the F. I was like Fushi. Okay, so we get Miyumi, Itadori, and Nobura all like
Yeah.
escaping, and we could get like the principal holding everybody off.
I mean, look, I hope we get to see the principal show off his
That's
power.
what I want to see is the principal show off, because I'm trying to think of a good way. Because if they didn't go into hiding, I don't think they did. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I don't think they've been made aware of this stuff.
Mm,
I think this is all just now being discussed.
yeah, probably. And I'm not sure if Okotsu would actually kill them.
I think Akotsu would. I think he'd kill the principal and Itadori. I just don't think
Oh,
if he
I
fought.
mean,
I
I
feel like
mean, I,
if
I
he
don't know
fought,
his character, so
I think he would, because he
what
made
kind
a
of guy
really
he is.
he made a really like he made a really good bond with the other second years. you know. So I think he feels like the second years Inumaki made like a deep bond with in the prequel.
Okay.
So I think Inumaki and the other two are going to be the ones that try to get. They're the ones who can get to Akatsu, pretty much get him to stop. But I think when he goes after Itadori, it's gonna be one of them things to well, the other second years will probably maybe have to fight him. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I really don't. This just has
I
me
mean,
hype.
yeah, I'm like I'm still not sure about how things will go because I never watched the or read the
You
prequel,
need
so
to read the prequel.
I s- yeah, I need to read the prequel.
Because if you read the prequel, you can figure you get to learn about Yuta's personality and like how he is.
Yeah.
Um, but anyways, so going back to One Piece, I got another question.
Yep.
Okay, so next chapter,
Mm.
if we stay on the roof, do you think it'd be one of them? Do you think we'll start getting to the point? Because like, Big Mom kind of showed out. Hit all these people with lightning. Luffy hit Kaido with the Gatling gun. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna see everybody stand up, of course. None of them's out of it. Zoro, Kid, Killer, Law, everyone's gonna get back up. Do you think we could see
Yeah.
them getting back up, and maybe I don't think we're going to like actually see them all get back up, and it's like another double spread of like Luffy standing there with all the people beside him. I don't think we get another one of
Mm.
those, but do you think we could get them like standing up and going like right when they stand up into another attack?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to continue attacking, but like all I'm wondering is about like how will it stop? Because to me, I still think like, Act 4 is the main fighting part.
No, I agree, but I'm
So this
saying
shit,
Act 3, from what we've heard, ends in tragedy. Okay? So the only way I can think about it is I don't think this isn't the main fight. This is still the beginning. If you think Big
yeah,
Mom and them's going down, we're still going to get a lot of fighting between Big Mom and Kaido and the Scabbards.
yeah,
Oh, my bad, not the Scabbards. And the Supernova in Chapter 4.
supernova.
This is all still the beginning of the fight. Don't forget
Yeah,
that. This is still the beginning. So if we still keep going with the rooftop fight, we're still going to get a lot more of the rooftop fight in Chapter 4 or in Act 4. This is probably going to be
yeah,
the longest fight in One Piece that we get to see. The longest we get to see a fight because it's a fight between top tails, two top tails
yeah,
versus the Supernova versus like five people that are striving to be top tier characters. You know,
exactly.
so this is one of the longest fights we actually get to see. We get to see like because we heard about the Akainu versus Aokiji fight, and we're like, oh, that was pretty long. So now we actually get to see a long, drawn out fight. You know, Oda's
Yeah,
actually gonna show us one.
yeah. I think like this fight is definitely going to like be the longest, but I mean, like that's the thing, right? Like, how is Act 3 gonna end? Like, I don't know. I know that you don't think this way, but I still think like Act 4, it's gonna at least be around 30 chapters, and
No,
I
if Act
think
4's
like
around,
we're
no, I
going to
said
see.
Act 4 could be around like 30, 35. Like, right now, I'm saying I think Act 4 is gonna be about half of Act 3. Maybe like a little bit over half. Maybe about like one or two thirds of Act 3. So
Yeah,
30 to 35 wouldn't be that bad. That's about like, one third of Act 3. But I think Act 3
yeah,
still has
exactly.
another, probably about 5, 6 chapters left.
Yeah, that's my like only question, right? I don't know like how long would Act 3 go, and like how is it gonna end? Like what is gonna happen? Because I still think if things are gonna not continue this way, then we need to see everybody else. But if things are gonna continue this way, then it doesn't matter. And like what I mean is like, if let's say, Act 3 ends in like the island falling down and everybody is like scattered, right? Everybody is like not in the same place as they were. Like they scattered, they fell off, or like, you know, you understand what I'm saying,
Yeah.
right? And like if that happens, then they need to like regroup and they need to get back to whoever they're fighting and stuff, right? So if that happens, then it's fine. We could just stay on the rooftop and see what's happening. But if it's not going to happen in that way and it's going to like still continue, I think we need to see everybody else like establish their fight, like at least get to a place where they're gonna fight.
I mean, I don't think we need to see that in a sense. I feel like with me, it's more of we don't have to see people establish their fights because I think that kind of was already established with Frankie
I
and
mean,
Sasaki,
what is
Jinbei
established?
and Husu. You know, Brooke and Robin, they may not actually get a fight. You know, like we see, they might go help Sanji with Black Maria, but we don't know. It's one of them things. I don't think everyone has to
No,
get a
I
fight.
mean, yeah, fine, you can say we don't know, but like who's gonna defeat Black Maria? Sanji is definitely
No
not
one
going to.
has to defeat Black Maria.
What?
I don't think Black Maria has to be defeated. I think if Sanji is freed and we have like someone like, Robin against Black Maria, I don't think Black Maria is leaving that room. I think if they go in there and free Sanji and like let's say they run away, I don't think Black Maria is chasing. I feel like Black Maria is not really fighting Sanji. Sanji could beat everyone in that. I don't think Black Maria is a fighter would be the best way to put it. So I
I
think
mean,
if anyone's gonna fight Black Maria, I think Robin would fight her because if Robin fought her, I don't. It's just I don't see Black Maria as a fighter. I feel Black Maria is more of a
Look,
support.
Black Maria, even Robin isn't a fighter, right? But
No,
I'm
that's what I'm
I'm
saying. If
pretty
Robin's gonna
sure
fight
we're
her,
going
that'd
to
be
see it.
Robin's best chance for a fight. Because I don't think
Yeah,
neither
I
one's
mean,
a fighter, so if they both fought, it'd be like, okay, this makes sense. They'll both kind of support characters, and so if they fought each other, it'd be like, okay, it would make sense. Because I think Black Maria is strong, but she's mainly strong with support. Like if she has people to back up, she can really show her skill.
yeah, like, look, to me, I'm pretty sure like there are like at least all these like main villains are gonna get a fight. Like whoever they are against, they're like I'm pretty sure that they're gonna get a fight. And like there are how many main villains? Like there's Big Mom and Kaido who's already fighting. There's King and Queen. Then I'm pretty sure that Jack is definitely going to come back. And there's like five of the Flying Six. So
Yes.
like like I think these at least are going down in this arc.
I mean, but I agree, but it's one of them things. It's like, how I don't know. Does it have to be? Do we have to see like? Yes, we got to see the fights kind of established, but I don't think we have to see that in Act 3. We could see like Jinbei, or maybe Act 3 we do see
See,
it.
that's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying. If like it's going to be established later on, then fine. But like if the things are gonna be the same, then I think we should
It's one of
at
them. This
least
is
see
hard to
where
like
people are.
sort of figure out because it's one of them things like how does Oda want to do this? Does he want to go away from the rooftop to show this stuff? How long is Wano gonna be? You know,
No, because see, my only question is like we can't stop Act 3 abruptly. Like
no, I
the
agree.
fighting is going on and suddenly it stops and Oda is like, well, that's it
That's what I'm
for
saying.
Act
Like,
3.
how
It's
is he
not going
going
to be
to
like that,
end
right?
Act 3? Like, how are we going to do this? How, like, what is does Oda want to go away from the rooftop? Which right now, if he left the rooftop, he'd be like, wait, what? He can't just leave it right now because as long as, like, I feel like he needs a good transition from the rooftop, you know?
I mean, look, it could be in a way like they're continuing the fight, and meanwhile these people are doing these things.
Hmm. I really have no idea. I mean, maybe we could get like half a chapter of the rooftop, to where we see them still fighting, and then it could transition back inside
Yeah,
and show all this stuff. I
yeah,
think that'd be a good idea to do it.
yeah.
Um, but just having it just like abruptly just switch to the inside, I feel wouldn't be the
No, I mean it's
best.
not like abruptly switching. It's just like a scene change, right? That it's like the fighting is going on, it's continuing, and now this is like what these people are doing right now. Like,
I don't think we
what's
should
their
ever.
situation?
I think at best, if we're gonna show the inside, it should only be about half a chapter. I think we should always have, for at least right now, since the fight up top's going on and Kaido's the main villain, and we got the main like Luffy, Zoro, and all these people, the main people up top fighting. I think we should at least have half a chapter always dedicated to their fight, and the other half the chapter for everything else. So like, if you want to do like maybe half a chapter the fight on the rooftop, half the chapter inside, um then the next chapter is half the chapter inside, then the last half of that chapter on the rooftop. That'd be great. Because then it's pretty much a whole chapter dedicated to the inside, but it's just split in half. You see?
Mm.
I think we
I
should
mean,
always
it
have
could
a, like,
go
I think in
either
every
way.
chapter we
Like,
should see the rooftop.
I mean, look, it could go any way, right? Like, all I'm like, the only thing is how would these things fit with the end of Act Three? Like, how is the end of Act Three gonna be? What is it like that? Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, we can continue if the topic is interesting, then fine. I mean, it's it doesn't have to be like exact like 60 minutes.
No,
Like,
I was just saying, because it seems like we're starting to die down on what we're discussing. Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I was just
No,
like,
it's fine.
we're getting to the point once we stop like discussing this last topic. I think this will be a good point to kind
Yeah,
of
we
come to an
we
end.
we can end it here, right? Like we said our piece.
Yeah, no,
We
I'm saying
said
like
everything
I
else.
feel like this is coming. We're coming down to a good point. It's time to I think right now if we said like a few more things, if there's a topic you want to end it on, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Cause I think we're getting a good point to where it's like about that time.
yeah,
Cause I mean this chapter had a lot of hype moments, but things to talk about. I mean, you can talk about it for power
yeah,
scaling and stuff, but we're not really getting into power scaling that much. Because with me, I'd rather wait till we get deeper into the fight to get into power scaling, so we can actually see everyone, like see everyone's power.
yeah,
Because right now it's like, oh, let's power scale. All we've really seen is Luffy do a bunch of stuff and Zoro do some stuff, huh? And Killer he did some stuff too. So let's power scale. And it's like, I mean, we could, but we haven't seen that much. We've seen a lot more from like two characters than we have from the other three.
yeah. I mean, look, people they'll go crazy with whatever agenda they want if the stuff supports them. So you, you could go either way, but it's like just be consistent. Like some people they were calling Killer trash like the last chapter, and this chapter everybody started like, oh no,
Well, they
Killer
were
was
calling
pretty
Killer
good.
trash. Like last chapter, they were calling Zoro trash. Last chapter, them they're both trash.
Yeah,
And who was it? It was a Joy Boy, I think, that was defending them. He says, no, it says, you know, Throb right there. It's saying Throb. They
yeah,
damaged Kaido. Pretty much is what
yeah,
he was defending. And everyone's like, oh no, they're
Yeah.
both trash. They didn't know damage. In this chapter, everyone's like, oh my god, Killer and Zoro, oh, Zoro's using Odin's hockey, whoa. And it's like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness, you know. And then the official comes out, and everyone's probably gonna be like, oh, so it says here, oh, he can sense Oda's presence. This is Odin's presence, so Zoro's still using his hockey.
Yeah, now
So now
what people would
presence
say is like,
means hockey, huh?
no, you see, now you know what people would say. They'd say like, you see, Odin, only his body is dead. Everything else now it's inside Enma. Like
Y- Yeah,
Enma is Odin.
yeah, he Inma's Odin. He
Yeah.
used the what's it called? The sealing jutsu and sealed his soul
Yeah.
inside of Odin.
Exactly.
So Odin, you can use Odin
Exactly.
to bring like you can use Inma to bring Odin back to life.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I
Odin's
mean,
they're gonna
the
bring
only
Odin
thing
back to
they need
life.
is Orochimaru.
Exactly. Orochi's downstairs. Orochi's gonna come back to life, bring Odin back to life, and then Odin's going to kill Kaido. Conformed.
Yeah.
There we go.
He- He's gonna one shot both Kaido and Big Mom. So it's gonna
Exactly.
be like half shot each.
Yeah, like Momo's showing up. Momo's gonna,
Yeah.
be there, and Tengu's gonna
Yeah.
come and bring Abeno Habakiri and give it to Odin, and then Odin's gonna do the
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
what Tengetsu Paradise, I think is what it's called or something.
Yeah. One sword for Big Mom and one sword for
Yeah,
Kaido.
exactly. He's just gonna slice them both.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, uh, like I was watching this series Marco Polo. Do you know that?
Yes, I watched like 2 seasons of it and then kind of quit.
Okay, there are only 2 seasons, so
Oh, I probably watched less than 2 seasons. I know I was in season 2 though.
yeah, even I'm in like season 2, episode 6, I think, and
Oh, you're
there
further
you
than
go.
me.
I mean, you know, there was Kaido there.
Oh yeah, see, there you go. Exactly.
Yeah, there was Kaido there, and even like the actual Kaido. I mean, the Mongolian, right? Yeah, it is Mongolian. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the actual Mongolian Kaido, his strongest warrior was his daughter, Kutelan, I think her name is, and it's basically like Yamato and Kaido from One Piece.
Ooh,
And
interesting.
yeah, because you see, like we know that Kaido's design is based on these Mongolians, right?
Yeah. So wait, Oda's a
So
fan of Marco Polo.
I
I'm
mean,
joking.
Kaido is an actual dude.
I know, that's why I said I'm joking. That's actually an
Yeah,
interesting one.
but the real one is Kaido, and One Piece one is Kaido. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you can't make it,
O
that.
and U.
Yeah, you can't make it, that obvious. You gotta,
Yeah, exactly.
make it a little bit different, change it from a U to an O. Kaido, they're completely
Yeah,
different.
exactly. Yep.
But anyways, I think to end it off, we should probably,
I
shit.
mean, introduce ourselves once again and just say goodbye.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. This was a decent first one, I think
Yeah, for a
compared,
first podcast, this was really good.
yeah, I mean, this was enjoyable. We had some good discussions. Thankfully, we had actually
Compared
good
to
stuff to
compared
talk
to
about.
podcast number 0, this was a success.
Yeah, podcast number 0 was terrible. We don't mention that no more. But yeah. So we're gonna try to do this, every Sunday, around
Yeah,
like we don't know, we don't have the time frame down yet, but
yeah,
every Sunday expect the podcast. Um,
yeah. Every Sunday, sometime we're gonna be there. And
yes,
by the way,
we're gonna figure out a time frame
it's okay.
eventually.
Yeah, by the way, I think we should announce this as well, right? Like every Sunday, it's gonna be like a podcast, like us chatting about anime and stuff. But we're also gonna figure out some other day for D&D session, online D&D session, and I
Yes.
mean, just wait for that. We're still searching for an appropriate dungeon master. So I mean, if you guys know any good dungeon master that's like willing to be on our podcast, then you should hit us up.
Exactly. But anyways, thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate it. Also, we're gonna put all descriptions of where to find us. Discord, Twitter, things like that in the description of the YouTube video.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and also be sure to check out Heykelvinsays at Twitter. It's
yeah.
another thing.
Our third, our lurking legend co-host.
Exactly. And I think that's about it. That's all I can really think of. You got anything else you
Yeah,
want to add, Fiend, or you good with that?
no, no. I
No.
mean, just follow, like follow HaoshokuLou on Twitch and subscribe to the Anime Fiend on YouTube. That's all.
It's not it.
Support us. Please, please, people, support us.
Stunt was
We
like,
are,
did you see what
we
Stunt
are
put?
hobos right now.
Stunt said shameless plug, at Ock underscore stunt on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, yes, yes. Follow
Yeah.
awk_stunt on Twitch as well. I mean, in the future, he'll also be one of our guests when we
Yeah.
talk about Dragon Ball.
Exactly. Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, things like that.
Yeah,
But again, I just want to say, again, to close it off, thank you all for stopping by. Hope to catch you on the
yeah.
next one. Peace.
Bye
Oh shit,
bye.
wait, I hit the wrong button. Fuck. Shit, how do I end the stream?
Okay.